2022 March Cheesesteak Madness, New Jersey, Delaware Region, first round action, Mama's Meatballs versus Lillo's Tomato Pies, guest judges, Dave, Ken, and John. If you watched Sunday morning news shows in the 80s, you may recognize Dave, and if you played Little League Baseball in Pennsville, New Jersey in the 70s, you might recognize Ken and John. I was off my game. This was early in the March Cheesesteak Madness. The Mama's Meatball video is from my first visit to Mama's and my first or second visit to Double Nickel. In that video, you have guest eater Chris Cruz.
Alright, so sorry Facebook Live people, you can't see me. But I'm doing my video for
Yeah, how do I get you in? That's like, there he is, the god himself, the Don. This is a hell of a steak. You don't
Mama's
even know.
Meatballs, special guest eater Chris Cruz from High Street Concepts.
Look at, what do I do with this?
Double Nickel.
What a date.
Lillo's Tomato Pies, Hainesport, New Jersey. The new kid on the block's doing some big things.
Alright, Lillo's. Oh, here's some extra.
No, I'm getting more.
Ken taking his judgeship very seriously here, getting all situated. Good size. Good moisture.
Good. We'll do never a bad thing.
Did you have a roll blow or just fell out the back?
Nah, it just fell out the back. It did.
Okay, we're gonna go Mama's Meatballs versus Lillo's Tomato Pie. The roll was much more what I was looking for at Lillo's. It had more of the chew, the pull. It was the Lillo seeded roll, very similar to the Amoroso seeded roll that we had at Meatheadz. The meat, I thought was chopped slightly, and it was a little bit undercooked at Lillo's, but I still thought that it had a better taste, although it might have been a little on the bland side compared to Mama's Meatballs. Mama's Meatballs, the meat itself actually had an odd texture to me, almost like a well-cooked pot roast beef softness to it. It also had a saltier taste than I enjoyed. Other than that, they were both decent sandwiches.
So Lillo's for me, loved the roll. The roll was very good. It didn't hold up real well at the end, but I think that had a lot to do with the fact that the meat was very juicy compared to some of the others we tried. Good quantity meat, and I think good flavor with the meat. It wasn't overly seasoned. Thought all the onions and mushrooms were well mixed in, but you know, both were a good amount, and the cheese also was very good and mixed in. Compared to Mama's, which kind of just didn't score well with me on any of the categories. Roll was definitely too soft. The texture of the meat, as Ken was just describing it, it's almost funny that you say Mama's Meatballs. It was almost a meatball texture when you bit into it. It was a really strange, soft meat. The cheese was fine. There was plenty of it. That was super sharp also. Could have used some more onions. So overall, it was just kind of an for me.
Lillo's roll was good. The meat, to my mind, the best attribute of the meat was that it was juicy. It was abundant. It was chopped well. It was not actually as flavorful as the meat at Meatheadz. The cheese was good. It was prominent. It was balanced properly with the meat. There were more onions here than at Meatheadz. Only comparing it to Meatheadz because that's where we went first. We're actually, I guess, battling Mama's Meatballs. It had a good amount of onions. I thought overall it was an excellent cheesesteak. Now, it's competing against Mama's Meatballs, which I found to be disappointing in a number of ways. I thought the roll was mushy. I thought the meat was mushy. The flavor of the meat was pronounced. It clearly, if it was on purpose, okay. It was not a flavor profile that I particularly liked. So I don't know if it was a mistake or if that's just the way they make them. The cheese did not define itself for me. The onions were okay, although I wish they had been crisper. And overall, I found this sandwich to be a little bitter, a little salty. So the winner here for me clearly is Lillo's.
Lillo's?
Lillo's.
Wait, what?
We have another consensus.